I'm turning off my lights.
Yeah, everyone turn off lights. I can.
I'm sorry. That is handsome.
Oh yeah, look at him.
FSU SEEDS is an environmental club at Florida State University. They're collecting creepy-crawlies at night for science.
That is so cool.
Tonight, FSU SEEDS is learning to pin insects.
Pinning, it's a very important process for the field in general, because once you have them, they could sit in a jar of alcohol for decades.
Pinning lets a researcher closely examine a specimen. Evan learned how to pin insects in high school while interning with the Florida State Collection of Arthropods in Gainesville. The collection houses over 12 million invertebrate specimens. Not every member of FSU SEEDS is studying invertebrates.
I'm a biology and double major psychology, focusing on plant sciences for biology.
I'm a civil engineering major with a minor in environment society.
I'm a bio major with a concentration in animal behavior and ornithology.
My major is a studio art major. I'm a BA. I've always had a really big fondness for insects. A lot of my work, actually, the iconography I like to focus on would be insect leg segments. I think those are really interesting. Also beetles and maggots and grubs, that kind of stuff.
A couple of nights earlier, the SEEDS crew collected these specimens in Lake Talquin State Forest.
So this is a paper towel with some plaster of Paris, and then you pour some ethyl acetate in, and it just takes it out immediately. But this is the most ethical way to euthanize them.
They sampled 2 habitat types, starting with a mixed hardwood forest.
So over here actually is a brown widow. I don't know where she should be.
We saw a few spiders.
So they're actually they're more closely related to ticks than to spiders.
Oh.
But they can't bite.
I am usually very scared of spiders and some other small insects, but having the daddy long legs crawling and some other spiders around me, it helped ease it a little bit.
Wow, she's huge. She's gorgeous.
Whoa.
Oh!
I kind of lost my arachnophobia that way, just because there's 1 trillion spiders in your area. You just kind of have to get used to them.
Venom-wise, I think it's around the strength of a bee sting.
There was a moment where I was just chilling by a tree, and then there was this massive fishing spider, right? And it was out of nowhere, and it was so perfectly camouflaged, and you didn't realize how massive it was until you're really staring at it, and that had to be one of the coolest moments.
That fishing spider on the tree, that was fantastic. It's not very often, especially in Florida, to see a spider of that size.
Oh,
Come on.
you got him.
Oh, yeah!
That's
Wow.
crazy. Oh my god.
That was so sketchy.
My heart stopped for a moment.
That almost bit my hand probably 3 times on that. But that is a black widow. Okay, so if I ask for an aspirator, not this one.
Oh, that puppy is clinging.
The black widows, it's a spider that people tend to fear it, and they also think that it is almost separate from them. Because you can find them under rocks, logs, leaves, whatever. There's a lot more out there than people might think. They're gonna hide under this kind of stuff. She's somewhere in that. It's very interesting to see a world that is,
That looks
even to entomologists, the moment you start flipping leaves, you're gonna find even more interesting stuff. That's a best beetle. So if you want to find these kinds of beetles, just kind of flip logs.
Another collecting tool is a battery-operated blacklight.
Okay. I have another kill jar catch.
kill.
I got him off of eBay.
What's that?
Things that come out at night, they really like this ultraviolet frequency because it reminds them of the moon. Anything that's around the area will gravitate towards that. and we're gonna get a lot of really crazy stuff. One of the things that we're looking for is ground beetles. Ground beetles are a group of beetles that is so diverse. But yeah, these are just so effective as predators. They're the carabids.
Next, we head to a sandhill habitat, which has fewer trees and more grasses and wildflowers. Different habitat, different critters.
That was really cool, like seeing them under the blacklight. I've never seen that before. I've actually never seen a scorpion like in real life, so that was really cool.
The scorpions were glow in dark. That was so awesome. I usually am not a big insect person, but it was kind of cool where like you went outside for the first hour and then it's like, oh my gosh, like now everything, you can find there's spiders everywhere.
That's a brown widow. These are... It's one of my favorite parts of doing something like this is to just take people that are either scared or they don't know as much about it and just change the way that they view these creatures. There's a lot more life to a forest that you might consider completely empty. There's thousands of insects that are just running around and that are performing such vital roles for the ecosystem that often go overlooked.
For WFSU Public Media, I'm Rob Diaz de Villegas.